Get it?
All right. This is episode
Five?
five, maybe.
Maybe
Uh
six. I don't
maybe
know.
four
Maybe two.
in that range. All right. Now you're just
I'm
taking it too
dragging it.
far. You're dragging it.
That's what people say. I drag it a
That's why
lot.
I'm the funny one. I'm the
So we're
cute
back
one.
again, Abraham Doki.
I'm the
Who?
charming one.
Charming.
I'm America's Brown Murillo Gonzalez, the
Abraham
first.
Doki out here. I think it's been voted I'm the more of the charismatic one. Which you can take the funny. I take charismatic any day.
All right. Well,
We back.
we are back.
It's been a while.
It's definitely been a long time.
He's been busy with school and being an artist, and I've been busy working, being an adult.
Yeah.
No disrespect, you are adult also. But
Okay.
But I mean,
I turned 23 a couple weeks ago.
Happy birthday!
So I'm in my Jordan year.
I'm about to go to my Kobe year, October 11th. Libra.
Yeah.
You know the vibes.
Yeah.
I mean, first thing first, man. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Inspired a generation. Jackie Robinson, Thurgood Marshall, James Brown, so many more. Cliff, like it's just so many people we lost this year. 2020 has been something else, especially for the Black community. I feel like we always say this, but living in America is like just living in constant trauma.
Yeah,
I feel like we've been mourning since January. Like since January, the Black community has been just mourning. So
it's definitely been exhausting. Like, how have you been coping with that? If at all?
That's a great question. I don't think I've been coping with it. I've just been rolling with the punches. I did take, I think, the month from March until like May, and I just started doing shit I liked. I was like, fuck this shit. I mean, excuse my French. I use don't curse, but like it's frustrating. I really was just like, let me take some time and just focus on things I like to do. So I started watching anime a lot more. I started doing my taekwondo again. I just started.
You do taekwondo?
Yeah.
What
I do
the
taekwondo.
hell?
Yes, I was a purple belt in taekwondo. Then I just stopped. And
it's like really high.
Yeah, I know. I was good, but that was years ago. I went back on my taekwondo stuff, and one thing I really do is just check up on my friends and make sure they're good and doing good. And this is a tough time. You have to protect your health, protect your health, and you're gonna protect your wealth. And yeah. So how have you been coping with things, if at all?
I make a lot of art. Like that's the way I cope through all my grief and trauma. Is just making a lot of art and becoming productive. Uh, I'm the type of person who like stresses out when I'm sitting around doing nothing.
Right.
So I feel like I have to do something all the time, which can be unhealthy. but
Yeah.
but like I'm just that type of person. So since school started, I've been like real happy to like have a purpose or feel like I have a purpose. But it's hard.
Yeah.
Like when the riots and the protests first began, I didn't participate in any of them because I was exhausted.
Emotional.
I used to be a protester, like an avid protester. I used to be out there, do a spoken word and everything, but it all felt pointless. Especially in college, I go to like a predominantly white institution where most of the black students are actually from like rich environments. And I'm sitting here trying to perform and trying to be one of them, and like fit in with the crowd, but in reality I wasn't being true to myself.
Right.
And it was very exhausting. And like I just realized, I'm an artist. I'm not I guess I am a protester in my own way, but I'm not the type of person to be out there getting hurt. And I felt bad about it.
No, don't ever feel bad. Like you can help the cause in so many other ways. Like
Yeah,
awareness,
I
donation.
donate. I donate. I'm in such a good position.
Right.
I've been in such a good position all year. Like this is, even though the world is ending, this has been one of my best years.
Like mentally, right?
Productively, mentally, I've been in such a good mood. And that sucks.
No,
Like,
no, I understand what you're trying to say. Like in a sense, like the world's everybody's in so much pain, but independently, I'm doing so well.
Like I'm succeeding.
No, that's not something to feel bad about. Like it's unfortunate, but like you know,
Like,
we're individuals at the end of the day. Like we could try to give ourselves to so much or a cause.
yeah,
And I feel like, oh, maybe yeah, it sucks that my life is doing so well, and everybody else is suffering. First thing first, congratulations on being so good, like
yeah,
financially, mentally,
yeah,
physically. That's a blessing. I don't feel like you should have that itch to be like, oh man, something might be wrong because I'm doing so good. Like you deserve all your successes, you deserve everything good that's coming to you. But it's okay, you know. It's important to like acknowledge, like, yo, the world is like going really bad. But also, it's okay to like, you know, pat yourself on the back for the progress you've made. That's
yeah,
fair.
yeah. And like the other thing I was gonna say about feeling bad about not protesting is like there's so much like uh or there was a lot of like posts and tweets and photos that of text that I've seen of people saying, specifically at white people telling them like, um, if you're white and you're not on the front lines, like you're not an ally, shit like that. And
Yeah.
then the other side was, if you're white, don't speak up, don't do this, don't do that.
Mm.
And then there's so much responsibility being placed on white people. And I'm not white, but I also feel like I'm in that area as a half white person, um, where like
Okay, logic.
my inaction. All right, well, I'm not logic, but you know.
Right.
Yeah, I,
Had to throw that
I
salt
don't
in.
got that level of passing, but
Yeah, you know.
um my inaction felt,
Like a disservice to the black
yeah, it
community.
felt like a disservice, but at the same time, I'm in my own world right now where I'm doing studies regarding mixed race theory.
Right.
You know, I'm creating shit for that. Like I'm doing the labor for mixed race people, um because I think that's where I've really found my calling or like passion.
Right.
And so during like March and April, I just felt bad for not really participating and not wanting to. But at this point, I don't like, it doesn't affect me as much. Like I don't feel bad.
I don't think.
It's bad.
I mean, I personally don't think you should feel bad. I've been very passionate, angry at the state of the world, state of our union, state of our nation. Um, but I will not pressure somebody to be part of something where one they're not capable of being part of it, or they just don't have the desire, or they just can't. Right? Like if you want to stay home and don't do anything, I'm not gonna. Oh my god, you're such a disservice to the community. That's your decision. Or you're like, I'm too busy with my personal life. I can help in donation and awareness. That doesn't make you less black and less valuable to what's actually happening. I feel like a lot of people, um, it's so much going on, and people have so much to say, and people are feeling so much, especially as black people. We have this innate connection to each other in our blackness. And like I cried when Trayvon Martin died. Like I cried when Breonna Taylor was gunned down. Um, because that's my family. That's could have been my sister, my brother, and my neighbor. Like as black people, we have this connection to each other, which is so innate, and we have this. I think most of us. Some people like Terry Crews, who's a coon.
All right. Well,
Coony
see,
Coon, Terry Coon, Terry
I
Coon
that
Cruz.
word is so like, it's weird, bro.
It's not weird for
It's
me.
weird
It's
because
very straightforward. But bro, for me, if you don't want to, if you want to sit at home and not do anything because you can, and you just don't have the passion or there's other things going on, you just preoccupied. That's fine, but don't go ahead and be like, um. So there was like he was like boycott Magic City,
I read
Black
that. Yeah.
Love, Black Love Matters. Really,
I mean, I
really?
think his heart is in a weird place right now. Every time he posts something controversial, he follows it up with like, "I meant this. I meant it in a loving way." But I feel like
Just shut up.
he doesn't understand what's going
He
on.
doesn't.
Um,
But how can you not understand? You're like in your 50s, bro. How can you not? He doesn't want to understand. Do you think about who is
but
who?
like, I don't feel like I don't know. I don't feel like that makes him a coon per se. But
I think that's Cooney.
like what's a coon like
That's Cooney behavior.
like
We talked about what a
because
coon was.
it implies that black
Anti-blackness.
people, no, not even anti-blackness, but like the fact that black people all think the same.
No, I'm not saying it. This is what I'm saying. Let me break it down to you. As black people, we are not a monolith. We're conservatives. We're liberals. We're independent. You know, we're queer. We're straight. We're professors. We're dancers. We're singers. Some of us want to be segregated. Some people don't want to. Some people think having mixed babies is the best idea to end racism as black people. Some just was like, no, I'm gonna marry black. We're all different. We all come in shapes, different shapes, sizes, and minds, and that's beautiful. I'm not expecting all black people to be like, I'm super pro black, super pro black. However, this is when I see you cooney. When you're anti-black,
Okay.
I can't mess with that. I'm not giving you no leeway. You're cool. Like being anti-black,
Is he anti-black?
he's showing some anti-blackness.
I think that boycotting Magic City is less anti-black and more anti-prostitution, or not prostitution, sex work.
No, but I think he used. This is what I'm gonna say to that. Read the room. Read like people are boycotting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, so this
I
is,
agree.
So you could read the room, and we also have to look at your history, right? People are boycotting the NBA, MLB, sports. Some work. That's what was going on. And then he was like, you know what would be really funny? And like, ha ha ha. Let me boycott Magic City, right? If he was attacking sex work, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't he say Black Love Matters?
That's a good point.
Like, my thing is, he's trying to make the joke that, we're more focused on strippers.
A joke.
I think he tried to use that in a comedic sense. I don't think he was. I think he thinks he's funny, but he's actually anti-black. He thinks he's a comedian. Terry Crews thinks he's funny. But you know what?
I wasn't
what
getting
they say?
that at all.
But this, they say with every joke, there's a hint of honesty in it. Right?
I thought he was being completely dead ass.
Either way, he's a clown for that.
Yeah.
Being like even stripping is like it's whatever. Like people do what they want to do, but Magic City is a staple of Atlanta culture. Like if someone says they work at Magic City, that's like, oh shoot, like you're doing pretty well. Like especially for a lot of places like Magic City, that's a staple of like some places it's a staple of black culture because the food be popping. I've never been to Magic Cities. I'm just saying this is why I've
never been either. I go to school in Atlanta. I've never been.
He's obviously missing out
because I'm not a misogynist. Ladies, hey.
Anyway, he's just lost 5 charismatic points. So, but like his whole thing of being, don't be like you can be pro black, but don't be like he was like something about black power. Don't be like he made a tweet saying you could be pro black, but don't be like oppress white people.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, you're feeding into the fear that black people, when we actually get, he said black supremacy. That was his word.
Black supremacy.
Black supremacy. He said it in 3 tweets. 3 different tweets talking about black supremacy. He's feeding into the fear that when black people actually get some power, get something, we're going to do white people the way they did us. We won't.
It's kind of justifiable in a lot of cases, honestly. Which is why they're afraid, because it's like
they know they deserve it.
Black people are just kind of right,
yeah,
or have that right.
Yes. Yes, we have the right, but we're way more humble than that.
We're better than that.
They're like we're just. Cat Williams said in his special, y'all been expecting for 400 years for us to do what y'all did to us.
Yeah.
And we haven't, because we're just better. And Terry Crews saying that, and Terry Crews' history, and Terry Crews' just like pure history of doing that. And when he posted that Magic City stuff in the middle of an actual protest, he didn't say one thing about, I don't know if he said anything about Jacob Blake. First thing first, shout out to Jacob Blake and his family. Prayers go out to that family.
Did you hear about there was a black cop or ex-cop who leaked his police records? Jacob Blake's
of course he did.
And it said that he had like 3 counts of abuse, and statutory rape.
Oof.
And not that that's
justifiable, yeah.
Not that that's good.
We're not saying
that doesn't mean that Jacob Blake
deserves 7 shots in the bag.
Yeah, it's just such a weird weaponization of someone's past.
But don't they always do that?
Yeah,
they do that. Like, I'm not saying Jacob Blake is like a model citizen, but is that
But like,
justifiable for death. People they use that.
you're
They do
not
that on purpose
you're not
to.
supposed to publicly execute people on the spot. Like, e- even if they are guilty of a crime.
And, and you said a black police officer, right?
Yeah.
So we could turn all that into like how black
And
men are the most anti-black people. Like I love black men. Like I support my black brothers. We have, I think we both have a nice support system of black men in each of our lives. However, I know his first name starts Daniel something, the Attorney General for Louisiana, not Louisiana,
I don't know.
Louisville, who's controlling the case of Breonna Taylor, who has done nothing, but he went to the Republican convention and spoke to Trump for Trump. Talking about Terry Crews, this black cop, they're doing such a disservice to black people, and a lot of them have positions of power or influence, right? Like this, you can arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor, but you're going to talk to Trump. Terry Crews has a large following, who's a lot of his following are white older people, feeding to the fear. This ex-black cop was like, "Well, Jacob Blake was not a stand-up citizen. If all that thing that on his police record is true,
The
sense
caption, on the photo was like, "This who y'all supporting?"
so he's supposed to die for that.
And like, yeah, like
Okay,
it doesn't
matter.
yeah, I
You
mean,
don't you don't deserve 7 shots in the back while your kids are
not
in
to
the car.
mention these are past
Yeah,
uh offenses.
yeah, and again, nobody's defending all of that. Like protect black women. We do not support abuse, domestic abuse, statutory rape. We don't support any of that. It's all horrible crimes, right? But am I gonna cheer someone getting shot in the back 7 times because of their record? And I didn't even look at the records. I don't know their age. We talk about let's put his case on the side for a
It's
second, right?
15.
He was 15.
No, the person that he
How old was he?
I don't know.
Okay. Still, those are horrible crimes. We're not defending the crime, but does that equal 7 shots in the back? Right? We talk about how like prison's supposed to be.
It's just like there's a judicial system in place for a reason, and black people don't get
The
that
chance.
that chance that white people like the dude with the assault rifle who
Yeah.
shot people at protest.
Yeah.
Like what the hell was that?
17 years old.
Like what?
And they were driving past him with 17, which is illegal for him to get an AR-15. And the cops were just driving by like, and some cops are cheering him on. A lot of cops are actually cheering him on. And this like the cop who I mean I think that like the last 5 serial shooters all wanted to be police officers. Why is that? I just want y'all to think. I just want y'all to think.
That's silence.
I just want y'all to think, man.
Yeah.
The last 5 serial kill, like, look it up. They all wanted to be police officers. That power, man.
It's so easy to become a police officer, especially compared to like being a doctor or a lawyer.
Or a job that. See, that's the thing, bro.
Jobs that help people are much harder to come by.
And you have to train longer.
You have to train longer. They're less supported. Teaching jobs are severely less supported. Like you have to buy your own
equipment for
like what the hell?
Yeah. Or like you have to rely on the school for supplies, which they have to buy from outside source. It's tiring. It's exhausting. But prayers to Jacob Blake. He's gonna be paralyzed for the rest of his life now. But also, like my last point on this whole thing, like especially with what you said about his police record, is like we talk about people like to think as president like this reform idea. You go in, you reform, you come out. But police is our criminal justice system.
That's gonna pick up.
Yeah, we just skip this right.
Okay, go.
So like our criminal justice system, honestly, is built for recidivism. Recidivism. That's the word. You go in, you come out, you go back out, and because when you come out, you have limited job opportunities, especially as you're a felon, and then now you're in this survival instinct of man, I have to survive. I just came out, but I have to do something to survive now. What I have to do may have to, I may have to commit a crime. The criminal justice system is not for you to be reformed in any way or shape or form. It's made for you to live the rest of your life as a criminal, unless you become like a celebrity. Being a celebrity or being filthy, finding a way to be filthy rich is the only way you can survive the criminal justice system. Only way. Because if you're a felon, you're not getting any job opportunities, which is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm supposed to sub for the rest of my life for something I did when I was, 20 years old, 15 years old sometimes.
Yeah.
But this is America. Boom. But on to a more interesting topic. Jeffree Star. And we've never spoken about this monster on this show. And it's interesting. My man Emir over here suggested it. I'm gonna,
Why you put it all on me?
I'm gonna swing it off to him first of why he wants to talk about this. Then I'm gonna say my piece.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, no,
I thought it was horrific. There's like a sick level of tragedy and comedy in this whole situation. Where like the way that this guy, first of all, you might not know that Jeffree Star has a boyfriend or whatever. Yeah. And it's this
6'7",
this tall black dude who plays international basketball, and he has a wife and kids.
That's his wife. I don't know. Do we marry? Or they married?
I don't know. Okay, he has a person.
Yeah. No.
And a kid, and he decided to not only cheat on her, but also just shamelessly photograph himself or like be in photos with Jeffree Star. And he was identified by his tattoos. Mm-hmm. And like the way this dude was moving was so reckless that it's hard not to find it funny.
I mean, and we're not laughing at the mother of his child's pain. A lot of people are doing that. I don't know who would be in her situation, who they'll be hurt. I think a lot of people would not put it like out there. Yeah. Like I think that's the difference. People be like, "I'm hurt, I'm in pain," but I'm gonna speed in closet and be like, cry because I don't want the world to know that I lost my man to Jeffree Star.
Yeah, that's the worst part. I wouldn't be able to go on living, at least not in the same way. I'd feel very empty losing my significant other to Jeffree Star of all people.
Sheesh. You know what? That $75 million check is attractive, I guess. I don't know.
But no, like the post that the mother made was especially like just
rough,
tragic. She like posted a picture of her and her child, and they looked happy. And then the description was so unintelligible. Like that's how you could tell how like messed up she was by the whole situation, because the grammar was off and she was just asking like, why?
Yeah, why?
Why did you do this? I could have been better. I could have gotten an extra job. Why did you do this? And it was so sad. And it touches on your earlier point of like how black men might be the most anti-black people.
That shit's true.
And like I'm just like, wow. This year has been pretty crazy. Entanglements, explosions, holy crap.
Losing Kobe, losing Black Panther, losing Black Mamba, losing the Black Panther, man. Losing so many. But back to this Jeffree Star point.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel for the mother of his kid because, again, I can never be even emotionally or mentally put myself in a position. We're not laughing at that. We're laughing at the fact that Jeffree Star, right, this known racist, is now showing off like his little toy, which is a 6'7" black man, to the world. Like, hey, look at me, I'm with this 6'7" tall black man.
Sorry, your gay accent is
not it. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know how Jeffree Star talks, man.
I don't know either. I don't know what he does.
Makeup. Like, is it like a makeup mogul, I guess?
Okay.
But like Jeffree Star's like, hey, look, like I have a 6'7" black man as my little, I don't know, like my thing, and it's just weird, and
It's
that's anti-black in
it's
itself.
very weird. And like you said that there were a lot of homophobic posts.
Yeah, I think this is the thing. The world already hates bi men, right? So this, if this was just coming out, I don't know if Jeffree Star's the best guy for Jeffree Star really, but I think a lot of people are like, "Wow, you have wife and kids. Like, are you like ashamed of yourself, or like just being like, oh, that's nasty, that sucks, blase, blase." This is a situation. Being bi is fine. Like, we support all sexuality.
Oh my god,
What that was OD on.
they're
But
getting closer to the door.
niggas, people gotta clean. But I think when you want to be, okay, go. If you're gonna be homophobic, just leave. Just leave. That's unnecessary. We don't have time and space for that. Okay, we're gonna accept everybody for who they are, but Jeffree Star, I don't know about that. But I saw a lot of homophobic posts. It was just tiring, but expected. The world hates bi men. The world hates black women. The world hates queer folks. Honestly,
Yeah, I mean,
so imagine being black and queer. So it's tough, but still, Jeffree Star is complete trash.
I definitely feel like all the homophobic people are completely missing the point.
Yeah.
Like, like you missed the mark. It's not about the fact that he's bi or that he likes men or whatever he does with his personal life. It's the fact that it's Jeffree Star.
Jeffree Star,
Jeffree
racist,
Star is just
slimy.
yeah. I mean,
yeah. I don't feel like there's much to say after that. Jeffree Star is a known racist.
It's just sad, you know. It's sad.
Hopefully, it's a money grab. Hopefully, like he steals Jeffree Star's money and like he.
Is it even worth it? Like
no, because for the rest of your life, you're gonna be known as a dude who's with Jeffree Star online.
You lost your family.
Yeah.
You lost your integrity. You probably lost your career.
And it's again, it's not the homophobia. I like we're accepting. It's the fact that it's Jeffree Star, bro. Jeffree, the racist star.
That's just not someone worth throwing your life away for.
No, it's really not. But
yeah,
to each his own, I guess. I think I think before we leave, how we on time? How are we on?
Oh, we're good. We're on 28 minutes.
Okay, so I want to talk about something that I was talking to myself about it because I am my own best friend. So me and myself was having a great conversation. The cat and mouse game that people still play is weird to me. Like the chase, like
that's the funnest part.
Is it? No,
I mean, that's what I hear.
No, like the honeymoon phase is the funniest part.
I get excited. Like,
I'm not talking about like. I'm talking about I'm interested in you.
Yeah,
you're interested in me. Instead of coming together and like just have the honeymoon phase and vibe, I'm gonna act like I'm not interested in you, so you could try to get me harder and more. I don't know, man. I'm 23. That's a lot of work. Like that's just. I want you. What's up?
Yeah, I mean, like playing hard to get is irritating. I don't like being teased personally.
Oh yeah, I mean, depends what you talk. You feel me?
I don't like being teased. I don't like being teased in any sense. Like it's just frustrating because like I want what I want, and if a person is not like, I run out of patience because they're like pretending to not be interested in me, because they're trying to tease me or whatever, and I'm just like, well, this is annoying, so I'm just gonna leave. Or I'm gonna lose interest.
I think that's fair. I think that's incredibly fair.
But like the chase of like being persistent and being like, oh, you want to come over, you want to do this and that, and then finally like after like conversation
6 months.
6 months.
I just threw out a number.
Not me.
I just threw out a number, man.
I last like a week before I just like get tired of somebody.
What's up?
Like I just get tired of people.
I don't.
Like people who I've never met in person. I can't hold a conversation with them beyond like a few days because I just run out of shit to say about myself, you know?
No, I think I'm different. I'm like able to hold conversation with you for like 2 months, but I think it's a mix of if you're. I have patience. Like patience is not a bad thing, and teasing is not a bad thing. It's when you're a combination of being very boring and you think like this chase is like entertaining, like you won the chase. It's weird. It make sense. You're not only you're boring, you want to be chased and pursued and boring.
Those are the type of people who like purposefully won't respond to you for like days at a time.
Watch you get blocked.
And it's just like
Watch you get blocked.
I already found someone else, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm on to the next one. I'm sorry.
um,
Days, you wildin'.
especially like with Tinder and all these apps.
Yo,
It's I'm talking to multiple people at once already.
you think I'm about to chase you? What? Yo,
Like you have
some
to be interesting to me. Like
show me some type of interest.
I have to like want you really bad. Like you have to like I don't know.
We have to have some type of vibe and connection for me to even care that much. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, if you're consistently bored and you're just like, if you're boring and you want me to, like chase after you, no, we're not Tom and Jerry. I'm sorry, this ain't gonna happen. We're gonna talk. You want show me some
Do
interest
you
in
have
me.
any like personal specific examples? Recent,
Recent,
past.
most recent, I was talking to this girl like in May of like Tinder,
Okay.
and she was from South Africa, and she had to go back in like a month.
Damn, I hate that. But you
And
know,
but we were talking, and it was good for like 2 days, and like reciprocating. And then out of the blue, she just got boring and texting slower, and like be like, "Oh, really? You can see me whenever, I guess." And
okay.
I'm just like, "Nah, like tell me a time because like you have roommates and stuff. Like I'm not gonna pop up to your house like on a rando, and also like I want to see you in a public space." So she was just expecting me to like not even pop up on her, but like do everything,
Yeah.
like pull the conversation and schedule a link. And I'm just like, you're not showing me much energy or effort in this. So yeah, they're just unmatched after like less than a week, and it was weird.
That reminds me of an experience that I had. Actually, it's happened a couple of times where like I'm really like talking to somebody, I'm really into them, um, and the person tells me that they're leaving to a different state tomorrow, like
Oh,
the
that's
next
wild.
day, and I'm just like, why would you match? Like, okay. I had this happen to me specifically with a person, um, and we were getting along really well, but then they said that, they said they had to leave the next day. They said it in the middle of us conversing. I was already thinking like, wow, scheduling like
Like
what we
links.
gonna meet, like it's gonna be lit. We're gonna have
A great time.
like we're not gonna get married. Like I'm not thinking we're gonna get married, whatever, but I'm thinking like at least we're gonna meet up and hang out,
Do something.
make art, whatever,
Make out. Who
There's
cares?
so much potential in there. I don't know. But instead they said like they're leaving the next day. And then we got into like I don't want to say argument, but I was being communicative of like how that made me feel.
And what was your reaction?
Like for me, an argument would imply like, "Oh, you bitch, you should have told me." I was,
Okay, but
I don't know. I felt like I was like, I'm disappointed. Uh, I feel let down that you told me this very late. I feel like
you could have easily
I
said
spent
that.
a lot of energy on this conversation. And do you think that I'm in the wrong for telling someone that it's fucked up? Because they took it personally. They took it to offense that I said it's fucked up that you did this because they felt like I'm not fucked up. I'm not a fucked up person. I liked you. Um, is it messed up for me to say that it's fucked up? One and two that um like I shouldn't I shouldn't be upset at the fact that someone told me
Super late.
yeah and they matched with me and like
I
they
think that's the first thing you should do when you match with someone. If you're gonna leave in a week, tell them you're leaving in a week.
a week
How long were you guys talking before they said they would have to leave?
Like an hour, like just back and forth conversing. And then I said something along the lines of maybe I'll see you sometime.
Mhm.
And they were like, "Oh no, I'm leaving tomorrow."
This is what I have to say today. I think there's 2 points. I I personally, I don't know. For me personally, I wouldn't care that much, only because like we was only talking for an hour. Even though you guys probably had a great conversation, the hour man, they probably had the greatest conversation ever. It was an hour.
That's the other thing.
Oh,
Not to
sorry.
cut you off, but like that's the other thing about it is like because of the short time, I'm not going to be able to expect anything out of
Right.
this person, and I wouldn't. But at the same time, we were really having a good conversation, and I was like imagining
Hanging.
hanging out, and it was actually disappointing. Um, but like at the same time, I also said like I can't really expect you anything from you, you know.
I don't know.
I don't, but I liked what we were doing.
I think I think it's messed up if you're gonna match with somebody on any social media and you're not communicating. I'm not gonna be here for long. I think that's the first thing you say. Hey, my name is Vabze.
Like,
I'm leaving New York tomorrow, but I just want to match with you because I found you really cute and interesting. I think it's really that simple.
you know,
But
I think it's just weird. Like, it wasn't in their bio. Um, it's weird to me that you would be swiping like a day before you're leaving and
yeah,
matching with people and talking to them and having
right.
full conversations. Like, because a lot of people match just to like fuel their ego.
Yeah,
You know, I understand now. A lot of people use Tinder for different superficial things, but I used to use Tinder to like meet people.
because you actually want to see meet and see
Um,
people.
so like for me, and I super like this person.
Oof.
I committed. I was in there, and in my bio, I say like, "Oh, I super like on purpose," because I super like people that I actually like, or see myself talking to for extended period of time or whatever. Um, so like I was committed. I was very obvious. Uh, but then they also said that a lot of people use Tinder to talk and it doesn't go anywhere. So they kind of just imagine that this would be the same thing, like that we were gonna
I
talk and it
mean,
wasn't gonna go anywhere, and then they were gonna go to California, and we were never gonna see each other
is this
again.
why you want to go to California?
Um,
No,
no,
I'm joking with you.
well,
Well,
no,
no,
but
but
no,
no,
I
but
mean,
no. All jokes, all jokes, all jokes. I think yes, a lot of Tinder conversations lead nowhere. But if you're moving to California the next day, get off New York Tinders and go to
that's
California
what I'm
Tinder.
saying. I don't like when I'm on Tinder,
I'm actually trying to reach you.
or when I was on Tinder, because I'm not active, but like
All jokes,
okay,
all jokes, all jokes.
fuck.
When I was active on Tinder,
Yeah, like I was
you
like
was
I
actually
was
looking
on
for
there
shit.
every day looking for shit. But like when I would move between New York and Atlanta for school or home, uh, I was not looking for people like the day before, or whatever.
Yeah, like yo, I'm gonna move back to Atlanta, but let me go on Tinder for like one last link or
It just doesn't
this
make any
doesn't make
sense,
sense
you know. Like,
because you want to see that person
what's
more.
gonna come out of it if I converse with some
I don't know.
like an like the most I told this person the most that will come out of this
Miss friendship.
friendship um is that we'll follow each other on Instagram, and then we'll forget each other, like we'll forget that each other exist because they're gonna return to or they were gonna return to
New York.
New Jersey actually,
Okay, New Jersey.
but it's nearby. But 3 to 4 months later, because that's when the semester ends.
Okay, going to
But
Cali
like
for
by
school.
that point, you know, in my past experience,
That's
the
a
the
long time.
the average Tinder conversation lasts like 15 minutes,
Yeah,
30. So the fact that ours lasted over that was an anomaly enough. Like it was surprising. Um,
yeah, I
but
was
then
vibing.
there's the act of meeting up, and then I give it a week before I stop becoming relevant in someone's life. Uh, if I haven't met up with them, you know,
Hopefully that crack doesn't go me. It probably did. Continue.
man. But like I give it a week, so like 3 to 4 months of just talking to someone, it's just not
It's no.
practical to me.
I think that's not practical for most people though.
And I can't really expect someone to stick around for that long to see me. But I also might just be like underestimating myself and my capabilities.
I think you're severely underestimating yourself and capabilities. Someone should wait years for you. That's and that's a fact, Jack.
Okay.
But no, I think it's a waste of time. It makes absolutely no sense if you have all the plans moving on or moving out, and I met you the day before. What's the point of this? I'm not going to Cali to see you. You're not going to Cali to see me. So like, what's that? What was your end
Like
goal?
you're already on Tinder, right? You're already I'm sure you're matching with
Other people.
thousands of people because you're cute. So like, you go to California, you're probably gonna find someone else
Easily.
So why am I here? You know, like
what was the reason?
All I'm really doing is I'm adding you on Instagram just to see you live your life, or vice versa.
Yep.
You're gonna see me live my life, and one of us gonna find someone else, and then we're gonna post it on Instagram, and I'm just gonna be like, and this has happened before, where like someone I talked to or never talked to on Tinder, we carry it on the conversation to like
Instagram,
Snapchat or Instagram, and then they put on their story their new boyfriend like a month later because we never met up. And I'm just like, oh well,
Wow.
I
missed
mean,
opportunity.
okay, I mean, like I don't feel nothing because
Yeah, of course not.
because I was in
you didn't owe me anything.
I'm not attached to that person, especially after a month of like fizzled out conversation, it didn't go anywhere. But then I'm wondering like, why didn't it go anywhere? Like
those doors start coming in.
I'm just like, what
could have been? It could have been me.
Like, how did you meet this person and not me when we were talking? And I'm just like, but I'm not hurt.
You can't be hurt.
I'm confused. You know,
you gotta let those things happen. Though.
But there's nothing to let go. Like I'm not holding on to anything.
True.
But that it's just annoying.
I would say it's very annoying, especially when you're like, yo, you could have just been upfront with your time and your energy. But people are not, and that happens too often. Like again, you have to protect your mental health and your health because people are just out here just acting up. Like they're acting up.
Yeah.
So you gotta protect it. Even though we're talking about just Tinder, like that can be an annoying instance. Like imagine vibing talking to somebody and then they're going the next day because they wanted a dip. I think I mean I don't think this is similar, but I think a lot of people ghost or do this ghosting thing because they are just not comfortable with the conversation they're having. Or they feel like the conversation is too good, or they ghost, or they feel like the conversation is bland and they ghost. But when you talk and the conversation fizzles out, and you see them with their new partner, like you don't feel anything, but you do sit back like, oh well, okay, noted. Like mentally noted, like, oh, that's where the road took us.
That's why you stopped talking to me, or
is he the reason this conversation fizzled out? Because I know I ain't boring. I know I can hold conversation. Oh, so he was just little. What he had that I didn't.
So that's like what I expect of people on Tinder is that they're eventually going to find someone if it's not me.
No, bro. I don't think that's the mindset you should have because first thing first, a lot of people on Tinder are there for the obvious, right? A lot of them are, but I feel like there's a good percent of people who want something more. I just think it's a crapshoot. It is truly a crapshoot. Like you go into that, throw some darts. If it hit, it's hit. If it miss, it miss. But you can't really have these expectations upon people you meet. Especially
totally. I mean, I get attached easily, but
that's
I also
but
I've also learned that you can't expect things from people that you don't know because they might be just moving different. And I totally respect and understand that, but I still thought it was fucked up that you told someone that you were leaving the next day after like I don't know conversing with them. But
listen, dude,
yeah,
it's super burning. Sorry, I think like last.
Bro, you're still wearing your jean jacket, like.
I think that's idea.
Like, what do you?
I read that. I think. So yeah, y'all can see the gun, but
I'm cutting this out, but you know.
Now you told me keeping it, but I want to say.
By the way,
look
at the fresh cuts, like, we took care of ourselves.
Yo, we took care of ourselves
during our hiatus.
Yo, we did our thing. You feel
we did
me?
our thing. I got new. Well, these are old glasses, but these are new to you. I think they're worse, but you know,
they look nice.
I'm very over worrying about my aesthetic at this
Ooh,
point.
talk to them.
You know, I feel good.
What? What else?
So I look good.
Ooh, know? What else?
So I could wear any type of glasses.
Talk to them. That's my yes, sir.
Yeah, I stepped on my old on my old ones.
When you guys not ready for me, my glasses. They're not ready to see my glasses. Look, I have to first find my glasses. Secondly, also have to buy my glasses. But y'all still ain't ready, man. I got this fresh cut, feeling good.
Shout out to Benjamin Opticals for their glasses.
That was my old team. I have
for real.
Wolby Parker, yeah.
Was it on 116?
Yeah, 116th. Yeah. I haven't gone there for Wolby Parker in Brooklyn. I'm coming back for you guys. Before we close out the pod, first thing first, man. We love the fans. We love the support. I know it's been a while.
Patreon. Shit, it's been a minute. We still got our one subscriber, Angela Davis.
Shout out to Angela Davis. We love you up in here. We love you.
Yeah, but
we need more.
Since we've been inactive, like
it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes complete sense.
Yeah, but we're gonna be a little more active.
I don't know about that.
We're shooting again tomorrow.
Tomorrow
we're shooting, and we have a special guest coming through. We have a guest, our first guest ever. If you want to be a guest, hit us up. Comment on Instagram if you want to be a guest. First, we obviously have to talk to the people of the household for you to come inside. But
we could do Zoom.
Yeah, we could do Zoom.
The only reason we don't do Zoom, or I don't want to do Zoom with you, because you live down the street from, like, basically down the street from me. Yeah, and it's just bad quality.
Yeah. We'd rather have you in studio.
But I also don't want coronavirus. So
yeah, but I think you take care of yourself. But we do have a special guest coming tomorrow, and if you want to be a guest, just hit us up on Instagram at the Emotional Intelligence Podcast.
Yes.
Or you can comment.
I thought we were saying at the same time.
Okay, what's it? You know what? I think one more. The emotional. Huh? The emotional.
Did you just say intentional?
Emotional,
bro.
Okay, we could do one more try. 1, 2, 3. The Emotional Intelligence Podcast. Okay, you can check us out on Instagram. You can comment under this video. We love you. We support you. Thank you for supporting us. Rest in peace for everybody we lost in 2020.
Yeah.
It's been tough, but greater days are ahead. Protect your health. Protect your wealth. And, just hold on tight. It's been rocky, but we love you. You're loved. Work at your own pace. Greatness awaits. And just hit us up if you need anything. We love you guys. Seriously.
Anything.
I don't know about anything. Never mind. But we support your mental health.
We ain't they daddy. All right.
Chill. But we do support you guys, and just we love you guys. And rest in peace for everybody we lost. And peace and love and peace and serenity.
All right.